questions about God. And some of you don't know this, but God has given me and a bunch of other guys the privilege of being the character coach, and also we call it chaplains, but they like to call it character coaches at River Ridge High School. So go out there to practice once a week, go to the games, just a lot of cool stuff going on all the way from 6th, 7th grade, 8th grade football. We're investing in those kids as they're coming up. We're investing in freshmen all the way up to seniors. So we have the opportunity to go to games, sit on the sidelines, pray with them, lead devotions. The head coach is like, yeah, do it. And in this one picture, you actually see at River Ridge High School a couple years ago, you can see we're under the bleachers right here. We're baptizing kids. So just like, I mean, some really cool stuff has been taking place at River Ridge High School. So right after, about a year after this is when I met Kent. And Kent's going to come up. He's going to talk a little bit about his story. And I asked him, I said, hey, there's some guys that without these guys you're speaking to, Kent, I couldn't be out there on that football field investing in young men. So these guys are helping me go into the fields of harvest. And Kent is one of the ones that the Lord saved. So I wanted Kent to be here. Thanks, Kent. And Garrett, thank you so much for being here as well. So Kent, I want you to come up here and just tell everybody what God's done in your life. So come on up here. Give up for Kent now.
So, before I met Eric, I'd always gone to church, or not. I'd been going off and on. I went to 2 different churches. Mom and Dad were pretty, really liked God, and they were both fairly Christian, and they supported Christianity and going to church, and they always took me. And so I went probably from age 4 to age 9 at Liberty Hill at Cherokee High School, and then from probably off and on in middle school, 6th and 7th grade at Woodstock City, and I stopped going for a while. And the whole time I never really understood God. I just kind of gone through it to have fun and never really thought about it much. And then I started going back to Woodstock City in 9th grade, probably May, 9th grade. And so that's like 4 months later, I was playing football. Mr. Eric, he'd come to practices every Tuesday night at 6:30. Practice would be over, and he'd speak for about 20 minutes, just kind of sharing the gospel and always telling us spec when you read, which is sent to avoid, promise to keep, example to follow, and command to obey. Once he told me that, I knew how to really start to get into the Bible, because that's when I really realized what I was missing, and I was just kind of going through the motions with going to church. And after that point, when he taught me that, I realized how I need to really focus on the Bible. And then a couple weeks later, he was doing a prayer. He ended every little gospel session with a prayer. And after that one, he said, close your eyes and raise your hand if you have just now accepted Jesus into your heart. And I raised my hand then, and then something changed, and I knew that God was the answer to my problems. They weren't problems anymore. They were just things that happened in life that didn't really matter, because it's just life on earth. And from that point on, it gave me a lot of peace. I would have reacted. I would react a lot better to situations now that would have happened to me, that I've been forced to go through. Nothing terrible. I've been very blessed that way, and I wouldn't have known how blessed I was if it wasn't for God. I would have just been all, I don't even know, arrogant and stuck up, I guess. When I realized that I have 2 very loving parents who both have stable jobs and in a great neighborhood with great people. Just great. I got a great girlfriend. She's awesome. Stuff like that. Give her credit too, I guess. And I don't know if I would even be with her if I had been a true Christian, because my priorities weren't really straight before I met Mr. Eric, and God had spoken through him. So I don't know if I would be with her, and she's really helped me on my path too, especially as of late, when we've been dating like 5 months. So praise God for that. He's awesome for that. So yeah, now I have peace in my life because of Mr. Eric, what he's done through ministry. And so basketball was my life, right? I practiced every day for about an hour and a half, and from probably 6th grade to about October this year, when I quit football in August. I went through all the summer stuff. I'd even got a coach for Christmas to work on accuracy because I was not have a very consistent arm. So I ended up quitting football at the very start of fall practice for basketball, and that was hard. The coach really didn't take it that well. Took it a little immaturely, but it's okay. And if God wasn't there for that, then I don't know how I would have reacted. And so while that was all still going down, I had to take a weightlifting class with him. So I had him every day, and he would not let me talk to my friends from the football team, which, especially one of my best friends, kind of like a brother to me, about that, which is really hard for me and hard for him. And if it wasn't for God, I don't know what I would have done, but I probably would have done or said some things. And then another thing happened where I wore a shirt, and the teacher wasn't a fan of it. She made me leave the class. She got fired a week later for that. I mean, feel bad for her. And if it wasn't for God for that, I would have said some things. I would have stayed in there. I would have argued with her. I probably would have gotten in a lot of trouble. But because of God, I just said okay and walked out of class. I didn't argue. I didn't do anything else. I just left. And that's something that I've learned from Mr. Eric. Just not be complacent, but just let people think what they want to think. It's not really worth arguing with someone like that. Spread love on them, because it's not loving them if you're just going to argue with them. So I learned that. And then, so basketball was my life. And I quit my other sport for that, football. I spent a lot of time in football. And I ended up not making the basketball team, which people seem to think that they think that the football coach may have had something to do with that. I don't want to think that way. And I would be thinking that way if Mr. Eric hadn't come into my life. I would be very angry about that. I'd be pretty bitter. I wouldn't, like right now I'm playing on a recreation basketball team, just having fun with that. It wouldn't be fun of me if it wasn't for God. I wouldn't really just have fun with it. So that way, through that, Mr. Eric has given me peace in my life like that. Just been able to get through whatever I've been able to tackle. And now, as of this summer, probably in July, I started doing a transit group, which is at Woodstock City. I don't know if any of you guys go there. It's at 9 a.m. I'm a student impact leader, which means you got small groups and you got large group for 6th through 8th grade. What transit is like the name for the middle school ministry. So I'm a small group leader in that, which I got 10 or 14 kids in there. 8 usually come at a time. So that's pretty hard on me to remember 16 different kids, 14 different kids that come sporadically. But I really got that down, and it's every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and I've never really had a hard time with it, and I thought I would. But God has compelled me to do that, and it's been on my heart to be able to do something like that. And if God wasn't on my heart like that, then I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be able to set a good example, because I think I'm a decent example, at least for what a Christian follower can look like and what a decent high school or middle school kid can look like. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd just be kind of wasting it away, and I wouldn't be a good example for the kids either. But God has compelled me to do that in my life, and I do it every Sunday at 9 a.m. And some of them really like me, and I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but I guess, like there's this one kid, Tyler, I don't know how many friends he has I think he goes to Freedom. He walked up to me on the first day of transit and then said, "You and I are going to be best friends." So I said, okay. He's a little kind of ADD and stuff, but that's okay. And so I just got to love him like that. And it'd be hard without God. He eats probably 12 donuts every morning. So by the time we have small group, 30 minutes later, saw all the sugars right there with him. So that's usually not fun. And we got to go to going to a retreat with them in a couple weeks. I went to one with them called boot camp, where I had to miss like the whole weekend of playing basketball. And before, like basketball, if I didn't play every day, it wasn't a good day for me. It's kind of like, I guess, if you didn't get to go to the gym or something, you didn't get to run, it wouldn't be a good day for you. So I missed a whole weekend of that, and that was usually, if I had to miss a whole weekend for anything else, I'd be really angry. But I wasn't angry because I had God in my heart and knew it was the right thing to do, and I trusted God that, hey, if I don't get to play basketball, it's okay. I'll get back onto it. Okay, God's got a plan with that. And that's what I think for a lot of things too now. Which more credit to Mr. Eric. I guess through him, more credit to God. So now I just have peace in my life, and I'm able to tackle life, whatever obstacles there are, and be able to get through it.